for watching. This is a Shogun game, and it's a 3v3 game between two clans. I'm playing right here with some of the other guys from Huntsman with Pointman and Team Hell, and we got a 3v3 game against the EoS clan, and I think that I'm going to mispronounce their names if I try, but anyway, that's them. And Pointy grabbed me and said, "Hey dude, we need a third player for this," and I was like, "Man, I'm not sure you want me to play with you because I am really bad at Shogun, it turns out." And he was like, "No, it'll be fine." So I was like, "Okay, cool." And so the three of us got in there. We're at a bit of a disadvantage. I think these guys all had the... because we played this game like in the lobby, but we didn't select the classic option, so you were still restricted to units that you've unlocked. And I think these guys were all like in the 9 or 10 star range, and Point is still a 4-star. I'm a 7. And I think Hell is up to 10. It was up to 10 stars now. But, so we were going to have to play through that. A little bit of... oh, man, nice pink army. Yeah, that looks great. From the build sense, what I've got a line of the warrior monks. I've got 5 of them, and then 6 lone sword Ashigaru, 3 Yari Cav. Hell over here has a couple monks and a couple lone swords, but he has 6 Cav. He has a whole bunch of Cav. And then I'm not really sure what Pointy has. Pointy has a couple units of archers. Oh, that's right. He had like all katana samurai, so 6 katana, 2 Yari Ashigaru, and then a couple archers, and then like 3 cav, or maybe it was 5 cav, so something like that. Anyway, here's the EoS guys, and we didn't really have a plan or any kind of teamwork involved here. It was pretty weak from that perspective. But what the EoS guys do, they're going to start doing here in a minute, is they all kind of move to the center to form kind of a... there they go, they're moving, and they're moving to form like a defensive box or whatever. And we didn't really have a plan. I would note that I think that Cav is probably not so good in 3v3 because like everybody has a bunch of fucking spears, so I couldn't really find a whole lot of good places for our Cav to go at the beginning. Team Hell over here is going to do some really nice Cav work. I'll try to highlight that in a minute. But anyway, so we advance up the field, and they're just sitting there. And I was like, what do we do? And finally, Point was like, "All right, dude, attack him." So here in a minute, I'm just gonna move up and attack him. Man, that's a nice looking pink army. I can't get over how hot that is. All the babes. And here we go. Here come the advance. Now I kind of fucked my advance up because I should have had my sword units in front because my monks are gonna take a lot of shots from bows, which was kind of a dumb thing. And then Point's attacking up his flank too. I don't know why that bow cav is like stranded out there in the middle. Anyway, so we're attacking up our end, and what I do is really fucking... I don't do anything smart. I just target 2 lone swords at each of his bows, and quite honestly send all of my guys down the middle. That's all that I do. Hell is going to do some kind of good cav work here in a minute. He showed really good micro in this game, actually. But I don't really do anything smart. I just run all my guys in. This is me being really dumb and having my monks up in front. I should have had my sword units up in front, but I didn't. And the assault is starting. They're retreating their bows. And these dudes had a bunch of cav on this flank that they pull back, and it turns out that they don't really use it all. This is where Team Hell starts his cav movement on the left. What he's going to do is, the short version is he's able to micro his cav well enough that he just avoids all the enemy spear units and gets into their more vulnerable sword and archer units. You can see right here on my assault, this guy is countercharging with a couple of his units. Team Hell backs me up with a cav charge. Again, good micro. Like as soon as that unit starts to waver, he chooses a new target for his cav unit. That was pretty fucking strong. Over on Point side, he gets cav into that archer that kind of routes them immediately, and I think he's going to pull his cav out pretty soon. In the center on my end, I'm not really doing anything smart. I've done the stand and fight ability with all my melee guys, and I just kind of send them all into attack. Hell on his side is... this dude brought a couple light cav and then a Yari cav, so Hell is pretty confident that he can just charge his Great Guard units in there and fuck them up, which is exactly what happens. And more on that in a minute. The fight in the center is again going pretty well. Point's still trying to get the rest of his melee troops in, but his opponent really didn't have much melee. It was mostly cav, and here comes a big cav engagement. down this side. This is a couple of points cav and a couple of that guy's cav. In the center, our infantry is kind of rolling, and I think I'm about to get my cav involved there. Now, Hela's won the cav engagement, and he's running away from the swords, which is pretty good. This is Hela's cav right here, and he's going to charge it right into the back, and he's going to get... he's going to bounce off this light cav, which really isn't much of a threat to his Yari cav. It's a veteran Yari cav. And then you can see there's a couple vulnerable sword units still in there, and that Hela's going to essentially hammer an anvil on. Back over on Point Nice side, Point's opponent only has a couple infantry units that we're going to be able to kill pretty soon, but there's this big Gamba cav that Point's going to isolate. Again, my guy's pretty much dead. There's a couple bows still back there shooting at me. My cav has been committed to the center to rout the remainder of the infantry. And this person makes what I think is... I don't know if they figured the game was lost from this point or not. Like, Team Hell is one on his side, and it's pretty obvious that I'm going to keep rolling through the bows. But they retreat all this cav right here, and don't really do anything useful with it. I think that in this game, or at the critical, like, mid-game part of the game, you need to get every unit you have engaged. Every unit you have really needs to start pulling their weight in the middle of the game, because even though they come out of that section with a big cav reserve, it's kind of irrelevant because the game is over. Like, Hell and I have won our side, and Point is, you know, beating his opponent. We're just coming over to help him out. And I think that, you know, just you have to be decisive. You know, you have to really focus all your power and rout a couple units, get that under control. But these guys, I don't think were able to focus their power kind of at the same time that we were. We had actually Hell provided all the teamwork. His cav charge up the center really helped me out. Point had a cav charge up the center that really helped me out, and we come out of this really good. I think I only lost one unit in this game. Hell came out of it pretty healthy. And then Point obviously came out of it pretty healthy too. So we were able to put together a pretty good game here over, you know, what are some pretty good players too. So anyway, that was a 3v3 Shogun game, and it's fun. It's fun because the games are so fast. You can just get through a whole bunch of them real quick, which is it's just fun. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching, and that was a 3v3 Clan and Clan match. Bye.